Alechem, Alechem Heveinu Shalom, Heveinu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Heveinu Shalom. Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, Heveinu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Heveinu Shalom, Heveinu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Heveinu Shalom. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Heveinu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Heveinu Shalom, Heveinu Shalom Alechem. So far, so good. Yeah. A touch. Just a touch. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song unto God. Hadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol ha'aretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir hadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai, Shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. This is a song called Sweet as Honey. Real easy. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Everybody sing, sweet as honey. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam la'asok b'di. Oh, I'm sorry. Asher kiddishanu mitzvotav etzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Ahavat olam, ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael amcha ahavta. Ahavat olam, ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael amcha ahavta. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. The song of the trees when wind stirs their leaves. The song of the earth when rain soothes its thirst. The song of the sea when waves are set free. The song of the sky when hummingbirds fly. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. The song of the trees when wind stirs their leaves. The song of the earth when rain soothes its thirst. The song of the sea when waves are set free. The song of the sky when hummingbirds fly. Ahavat olam, ahavat olam. Beit Yisrael amcha ahavta. Tous les manches de toi, les manches de toi. Tous les manches de toi, les manches de toi. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. All the world sings to you. The world sings to you. Im Tirtzu says, if you will it, it is no dream to be a free people in the land of Jerusalem. What's your request? Okay. I think I can do that. After this one. Mitzvah, Guerrero, mitzvah. Avaran, Guerrero, Avaran. Oh, oh, mitzvah, Guerrero, mitzvah. Guerrero, mitzvah. Ya la 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 la. Lihiyot Sadiq. Zeto, Zeto. Lihiyot Sadiq, Zemazeh. Tov me, oh, 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 mitzvah. gesher tsar me'od, kol ha'olam kulo, gesher tsar me'od, gesher tsar me'od. V'ha'ikar, lo לפחד לעם. והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל. יא לה לה לה, 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 יא לה Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. O Rabbeinu Chai, O Rabbeinu Chai, O Rabbeinu, O Rabbeinu, O Rabbeinu Chai. O Rabbeinu Chai, O Rabbeinu Chai, O Rabbeinu, O Rabbeinu, O Rabbeinu. Hebeinu shalom alechem, Hebeinu shalom alechem, Hebeinu shalom alechem, Hebeinu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Shalom alechem, Hebeinu shalom alechem, Hebeinu shalom alechem, Hebeinu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. And you shall be a blessing. Lechi lach. I would love for you to sing this one with me. Shall be a blessing, Lechi lach, and I shall make your name great, Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name, Lechi lach, to the place that I will show you, L'simchat chayim, L'simchat chayim, L'simchat chayim, Lechi lach. And you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechila. To a place you do not know. Lechila, on your journey I will Simchat Chaim, Lesimchat Chaim, Lesimchat Chaim, Lechila. Let's all together sing, and you shall be a blessing. 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 Lechila.
Where is it? Shana Tova, everyone. Thank you so much, Craig, for beginning to lead us in music. We're going to actually continue right along with music, and then we'll introduce a little bit of the newness of the service in just a moment. But we want to truly open with the singing of Hine Matov, how wonderful it is that we're all here together as a family. We're on page 6 of our prayer books. It's my honor to invite.
Just to let you know, you can check those out at each service, and we still have some in the back. Okay, in regard to parking, as in previous years, our police department will not issue any parking tickets to anyone who is parked in an expired metered parking space, so you do not have to put money in the meters. However, they will issue tickets to anyone parked in a restricted or a reserved spot. And just to let you know, there are reserved spots behind vets as well as across the street at the senior center. Also, as you entered the service tonight, you were handed a High Holy Day program. Very nice program. Temple Akiba continues to be green in that we have one High Holy Day program for all of our services, so please keep the program right through Yom Kippur. Also, for those of you that have checked out prayer books tonight, we ask that you please, at the conclusion of the service, just leave them on the back tables or hand them to an usher.
In advance, our brand new High Holiday Machzor. And we have the gold one that we're using today and tomorrow for Rosh Hashanah. There's a silver one on Yom Kippur. We are so excited about this new Machzor. You see how long they are? Our services are now going to last 5 hours, everyone. Cantor and I have been working very hard to honor the traditions of Temple Akiba and to make sure that things are meaningful yet streamlined. And we're excited for this. We also all miss the Machzor that we've been using here at Temple Akiba for many years. It's been a treasure for me personally over the course of the year. So welcome to the family. If we turn in our prayer book now in our Machzor to page 9, let's read together. The time is now. We've gathered round, so bring all your gifts and bring all your burdens with you. No need to hide, arms open wide. We gather as one to make a Makom Kadosh, excuse me. New prayer book. Thank you, Mary Lou. We come to tell, we come to hear, we come to teach, to learn, we come to grow, and so we say, the time is now. Sing to the one, God's presence is here. Shekhinah, you will dwell among us. We'll make this space a holy place, so separate, so whole. Rejoice every soul who enters here. We continue now with the lighting of our Yom Tov candles on page 11, and we invite Linda Park, who is the president.
Lives like the flames we kindle, always stretching upward, striving for the good, reaching for you. Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Yom Tov.
We continue now, still on page 11, with our Shehechianu, thanking God for bringing us to this sacred, sacred season.
Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam You keep us here Shehechianu V'kiyamanu Vehigianu Lazman hazeh Shehechianu V'kiyamanu Vehigianu Lazman hazeh
Continuing now on page 17 with the Hineni, Here I Am.
אף על פי שאני חדי והגון לכך על כן אבקשך אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אדוני אדוני אל רחום וחנון אלוהי ישראל שדי
Accept my prayer, as though it were offered by one worthy of this task, a scholar, proficient in prayer, unblemished in character, pleasing in voice. Let love be our banner, let it banish our wrongs. May Israel's strife and misfortunes be turned into joy, renewed life, and peace. Love, peace, and truth, may they prevail among us, and may there be no impediment to my prayer.
Adonai, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, God of Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, great, mighty, awe-inspiring God Most High, who said to Moses, I will be what I will be. May it be your will that my prayer reach your presence. For the sake of the righteous and the blameless, the honest and pure of heart, for the sake of your glory, to hear your people's prayer with compassion. Blessed are you, the one who hears prayer. On page 19. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, yehi ratzon שנזכה לברכותיך בשנת 5,769. אלוהי עולם, ברך אותנו ואת כל בית ישראל בחידוש ימינו, בשמחה ובשלום. Our God and God of our ancestors, may we know your blessings in the year 5779. Wow. Eternal One, bless us and this whole house of Israel with renewed life, happiness, and peace, comfort and courage, resilience and strength. May the words of our heart be acceptable to you. In the new year that stretches before us, we are forever grateful for the gift of life. Before we continue with the next part, it's so important that we create family in the entire community. And we're going to encourage you to, just for a brief moment, stand up, turn to the people next to you or behind you, and introduce yourselves to them and wish each other a Shana Tova.
You want me to introduce by?
I'm going to have the Golden Client kids come down first, and then
Oh.
we'll introduce it.
Okay.
So friends, if you will come back to your space.
We're going to continue now on page 22 with, we're going to continue with Ma'ariv Aravim, reading in the Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim bechochma poteach she'arim uvitvuna meshane itim umechalif et hazmanim umesader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barkia kirtzono bore yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or uma'avir yom umevi layla umavdil ben yom uven layla Adonai tzavaot shemo El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. We're going to continue on page 23. Bless Adonai, who spins day into dusk. With wisdom, watch the dawn gates open. With understanding, let time and seasons come and go. With awe, perceive the stars in lawful orbit. Morning dawns, evening darkens. Darkness and light yielding one to the other, yet each distinguished and unique.
Of the house of Israel, Israel, Beit Israel, Amcha Avta, Ahavot Olam, Ahavat Olam, Ahavot Olam.
Shema Yisrael, hear the voice of Chana. There is no one holy as the Eternal. Truly, there is none beside you. There is no rock like our God. Shema Yisrael, hear the call of Moses. Embrace and carry in your hearts this day, in heaven above, on earth below. Adonai is God, there is none else. Shema Yisrael, hear the words of the mystics. There is nothing but God. No place and no person is empty of God. The whole earth is suffused with God's glory. Hear, O Israel, God's hands are our hands. God's work is our work. God's voice speaks through us. God is one, and we are one. Please rise and turn to page 26 for Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Leading us in the V'ahavta are those who, upon becoming bar and bat mitzvah, went above and beyond the normal course of study and learned about what it meant to become responsible adults in the community. One of the, and they all earn, as you can see from many of them, the golden chai, a golden yarmulke that they wear. But one of the tickets that they get with the golden yarmulke is being able to lead part of our service. So they'll be leading us in the V'ahavta. We are on page 28. Page 28, everyone.
You have stayed long enough in this place, God said. Time to go forward. Turn your face to the future. Believe that you can cross the sea and survive. Inside you is a Moses. Within you, Miriam dances. Unafraid, lift up your voice and sing a new song. We continue with Micha Mocha on page 34.
Yeah.
As we enter into the first night of Rosh Hashanah, we're going to sing Hashkivenu, a prayer where we ask God to spread a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace over us. We say this prayer every evening in hopes that we will be protected from bad occurrences.
Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzitenu, uvoenu, l'chaim v'shalom, me'ata ve'ad Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom.
Please take a moment for silent reflection now, thinking either with your own thoughts or with the words on page 41, before we enter into Amidah.
We invite all who are able to now rise for the Amidah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'Elohei imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Ha'gadol Ha'gibor V'Hanora Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zochi Chastei Avot V'Imahot Mevi Gehulah Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ava Achreinu l'chaim, melech hafez l'chaim, lechotvinu b'sefer Magen Avraham Lezrat Sarah. Ata Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Ata.
The second story that I want to share was originally offered and told by Rabbi Wayne Dosick in his book, When Life Hurts. Rabbi Dosick recounts a story which is now quite famous, of violinist Yitzhak Perlman at Lincoln Center in 1995. Now, as you may know, childhood polio left Perlman only able to walk with braces and crutches. So when he took the stage, the journey was often slow and quite arduous. Now, in this particular concert, in the middle of the performance, one of Perlman's strings snapped and sent this twanging wave throughout the congregation. Well, after a brief pause, Perlman nodded for the orchestra to resume. He tucked the violin under his chin and continued to play the entire piece with only 3 strings, never missing a single note. At the conclusion, there was a moment of absolute silence, and then a thunderous roar of applause like never before. When the cheering finally subsided, Perlman spoke to his fans and simply said, "It's my job to make music with what remains." Yitzhak Perlman transformed the soul in spite of a broken reality. The third story is a more personal one. It's about Danny. He was a boy in my former congregation. He was born with Down syndrome. From childhood, he was confined to a wheelchair. Danny would come to religious school every week with a family member as well as an aide. During our song sessions, there was never a question that Danny was in the room. His smile and laughter were contagious. Many thought it would be out of the question for someone in Danny's condition to become a bar mitzvah, but they were proven wrong. With long and steady preparation, Danny was able to learn a few words from Torah, as well as many of the prayers. In fact, the only thing we had to do differently turned out to be one of the most moving parts of the service. You see, in every Torah service, there's something called the Hakafah, where we parade the Torahs in a big circle around the congregation. At a bar or a bat mitzvah, the celebrant usually leads this honor. But how do you do this when the celebrant is in a wheelchair? Well, easy. Rather than bring the Torah to the people, we brought the people to the Torah. Every person in the congregation stood up while Danny remained at the bima, and they all made a big circle, and they all got a chance to come and touch the Torah and to kiss Danny. Danny's smile glowed into our hearts, breaking a deep darkness with his incredible light. Look, the ancestors in our Torah did not accept limitations. Adam was missing a rib, yet he tilled the soil. Noah was an old man, yet he built the ark. Sarah was beyond menopause, yet bore Isaac. Jacob had a broken hip, yet he traveled throughout the region. Moses had a speech impediment, yet he became the grand orator of the Bible. Even with our brokenness, we cannot be held back. And maybe, just maybe, it's precisely because of our brokenness. It's precisely that brokenness that makes us holy. When we go through these trials, and we all go through them, there are many lessons along the way. To accept kindness of strangers and to pay it forward. That being a patient is really, really hard. We learn that there are people who park in handicapped spots that shouldn't, and we take note of that. We learn to be inventive, finding new or perhaps ancient ways to climb stairs, cook meals, prop open doors, and put on socks. We learn not to jump to conclusions about others, because you never know if they have a disability that isn't obvious. And perhaps most important, life can change in an instant. With the haunting question of the season, who shall live and who shall die, we therefore take a deep breath and we say out loud, I will break through my limitations while embracing each moment in time and create meaning along my journey. One final story. A water bearer in India had 2 large pots. Each hung on the end of a pole which he carried across his neck. Now, one of the pots had a crack in it, while the other pot was perfect and always delivered a full portion of water at the end of the long walk from the stream to the master's house. But the cracked pot always arrived only half full. For a full 2 years, this went on daily, with the bearer delivering only 1.5 pots of full water to his master's house. Of course, the perfect pot was proud of its accomplishments. But the poor cracked pot was ashamed of its own imperfection and miserable that it was able to accomplish only half of what it had been made to do. After 2 years of what it perceived to be a bitter failure, it opened up its mouth and spoke to the water bearer one day by the stream. The broken pot said, I'm ashamed of myself and I want to apologize to you. The bearer asked, why? What are you ashamed of? The pot replied, for these past 2 years, I'm able to deliver only half of my load because this crack in my side causes water to leak out all the way back to your master's house. Pot, did you notice that there were flowers only on your side of the path, but not on the other pot's side? That's because I've always known about your flaw, and I took advantage of it. I planted flower seeds on your side of the path, and every day while we walk the path, you've watered them. For 2 years, I've been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate my master's table. Without you being just the way you are, he would not have this beauty to grace his house. Friends, each of us has a crack, a flaw, a blemish. We may feel useless in some ways, and that can be painful and demoralizing. But we should never shut our eyes to the miracles that can unfold. Our very essence of being helps make the world whole. We may never realize how our lives become the light for those around us. Friends, this November, on the anniversary of Ron's accident, we're going to climb the Baldwin Hills City Overlook. I will have trouble keeping up with Ron, as he is in better shape than ever before. We will listen to the music of Perlman on the way there. We will take notice of the flowers on the way up. We will call my father and communicate in Morse code from the top. And we will offer a shehechianu. For life, al regel echat, on one foot, may have put us through hell, but it revealed heaven. Perhaps Leonard Cohen said it best. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may that be God's will, and may we enter this new year with blessings toward wholeness, but knowing that being the people that we are is the greatest blessing on earth. Amen and amen. Friends, it's now my honor to call forward the president of Temple Akiba, Mike Bauer. I only wish Akiba's air conditioning could be fixed that fast.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shana Tova, and welcome everybody to Temple Akiba of Culver City's Erev Rosh Hashanah service. This has been a remarkable year at Temple Akiba, and we thank all of you who have been part of the hundreds of activities and memories. By the way, I was just told, you've been warm so far, the fan is fixed. If you feel the nice cool breeze, because I could feel it up here. We are reminded this time of year about renewal and change, particularly this year for all of us, a very important change. We're holding in our hands a terrific new Machzor, and it created a wonderful new service. But in addition to change, we reflect on what is constant and reliable and important for all of us, that being the wonderful people who make up this congregation, this community. As our temple continues to grow and evolve year after year, we maintain a sense of togetherness, mutual respect, and family. We are so blessed at Temple Akiba to have such an open and wonderful community with enlightened and inspirational clergy to say the least. Thank you, guys. Hardworking and an incredible staff, and strong leaders on our Board of Trustees. At this point, I would like the Board of Trustees to stand and be recognized. And the whole board. There you go. And there's one upstairs and two in the choir, as I recall. Yeah. Very good. Thank you, guys. Starting tonight and over the next few services, I'm going to call upon several members of the Executive Board to share with you announcements and reflections that will help the upcoming year be filled with even more memories and activities. Tonight, I welcome Kathy Pencil, who is Temple Akiba's Vice President of Extensions, and for many, many years has been an integral part of Temple Akiba's embrace and success. Kathy?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Rabbi and Cantor and the choir. It's really, we're off to a wonderful season of renewal. I want to give a big thank you to Carol and Ira Diamond, who have worked tirelessly for the last weeks preparing for the service and the services that are coming. So if you get a chance, thank them. They've practically been sleeping at Temple Akiba. I also wanted to let you know that we are live streaming at templeakiba.live, or you can go to our website, templeakiba.net, and there is a link there to the streaming. I have two important announcements. Tashlich this year will be a little different. It will be Havdalah next Saturday, the 15th, at 6 o'clock at Toes Beach in Playa del Rey, where we will be symbolically casting away our sins and regrets and starting the new year refreshed. And our Torah service on Yom Kippur afternoon will begin shortly after the service starts at 3:30, so please be on time. And for our other upcoming events, you can refer to the handout, the Shalom table, and our website. I just want to take a few moments to talk about my involvement here at Akiba and my new position. I came to Temple Akiba because my husband's family belonged, and they have for almost 50 years now. Our 3 children went through the preschool. They were bar mitzvahed and confirmed here, and my daughter Leah runs the youth group and is the resident camp director, and she's supervising the child care. So from generation to generation, we are creating a legacy here. Even though I wasn't born Jewish, Rabbi Maller always made me feel welcome and told me I was a Jew at heart. That kept me coming back. I was drawn to Judaism because I feel our role here on earth is to make the world a better place. And I've been trying to do that throughout my more than 30 years of involvement at Temple Akiba, from IMA to sisterhood to various board positions and to starting our annual mitzvah days. Now that I am VP of Extensions, I feel I am in an even better position to inspire and coordinate our repair of the world. The newly formed Tikkun Olam Committee's mission is to help coordinate temple-wide efforts of social action and pursuits of social justice. Toward that end, we have embarked on a voter engagement campaign in conjunction with the Religious Action Center of the URJ to encourage everyone to vote and to take action to help alleviate homelessness in our communities. Tomorrow, members of the Tikkun Olam Committee will be passing out voter pledge cards and information on the Veterans and Affordable Housing Act that will be on the November ballot. You will also have the opportunity to register to vote or update your voter registration. Voting is a right and a mitzvah. Together we can make change. Together we can repair the world. Another very significant way to repair the world is to lend a helping hand to those in need in our congregation. Please take a moment to fill out the Caring Community flyer on the Shalom table to tell us about your needs or a loved one's needs, or if you can help out those who would benefit from your love and kindness. Wishing you all a year of health and healing and happiness. Shana Tova.
I'll give you this. Before we come to our concluding prayers, a word of thanks again to Mary Lou and to Kathleen and to Monique and to the entire choir, to Craig who led us in music at the beginning of the service, to Daniel, how wonderful to have a rabbinic colleague, and Cantor Lonee, my partner for the past 13, my professional partner for, for the past almost 13 years here at Temple Akiba. It's now such a joy to invite my other partner, Ron, to come forward, who will lead us in Kiddush. And Ron, I want you to actually climb the steps and to come, oh, the big step, there we go. The Kiddush is found in our prayer books on page 79.
Shana Tova, everybody.
Shana Tova.
By the way, I asked the rabbi whether I could, instead of doing it tonight, do it and say the blessing over the wine and have some wine on Erev Yom Kippur. He said that was not an option. And then he said, just do it tonight and break a leg.
Yeah. We invite everyone to rise, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol העם ורוממנו מכל לשון וקידשנו במצוותיו. ותיתן לנו אדון אלוהינו באהבה יום הזיכרון הזה, יום תרועה מקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת, כי באנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים. כי באנו בחרת, כי באנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים. ודברך אמת וקיים לעד. ברוך אתה אדוני מלך על כל הארץ, מקדש ישראל ביום הזיכרון. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. לחיים.
L'chaim.
That's really good grape juice.
Yeah, right? Hold on, other side. We remain standing as we come to the Aleinu on page 82. Come up with us,
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמה כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד.
May the time not be distant, our God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when lies and bigotry shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. So may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever. As we prepare for Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, let's remain standing because we'll be offering the Kaddish after this reading on page 86. Birth is a beginning and death a destination. But life is a journey from childhood to maturity and youth to age, from innocence to awareness and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion, and then perhaps to wisdom. From weakness to strength, or strength to weakness, and often back again. From health to sickness, and back we pray to health again. From offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love. From joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion, and grief to understanding. From fear to faith. From defeat to defeat to defeat, until looking backward or ahead, we see that victory lies not at some high place along the way, but in having made the journey stage by stage, a sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning and death a destination. But life is a journey a sacred pilgrimage made stage by stage, from birth to death to life everlasting. Our mourner's Kaddish is on page 90. And before we say it together, please take note that at the very end, the words are just a little bit different than from what had been in our prayer book. It's in the Oseh Shalom part. It's Shemei Rabbah. B'yama divrach rotei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'v'yomechon. U'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagalau v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam u'amei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach. V'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shemei d'kurasha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to be known in the high heavens help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say, Amen. Friends, our closing song, our first of the closing songs, is not in the book. And we're going to ask you to be a little bit ambidextrous here. You're going to continue to hold the book because you need to not lose your book. But we want to create a big circle around the room. So it's going to require a little bit of movement, but we need people to go to the edges and create one big loving embrace surrounding this space. And we're going to be closing with the singing of Shelter Us. It's the song that we do at the end of every day of religious school and every day of summer camp. It's our song of peace and of growth. Let's go down. I'll do that right after the song. Oh, sorry. Let's come down. Give me a C, Craig, give me a C chord. We're good, okay. Take it away.
Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'ha'amidenu malkeinu l'chayim. V'ros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'ros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light.
Friends, a year of goodness, a year of wholeness, a year of family, a year of hope, a year of shalom, a year of everything that grows inside of our souls to break through the shell and become flowers for tomorrow. We're going to ask that if you borrowed a prayer book, don't forget to take your tickets out of them before putting the prayer books back. Otherwise, you will not be let in tomorrow. Daniel and Cantor and I want to greet you on the way out. Everyone, Shana Tova, a happy and sweet new year.